And what's even more sad, honestly, than being alone, is that I build myself up into this person that I see myself building myself up to. And then, and only then, do I start seeing affection towards me. And that's when girls start wanting me. It's not when I'm a nobody with a dream. It's when I'm established and I have things going for me. They see that I have money. They see that I have status. They see that I got things going for me. And only then.
This is why I don't go out to dinner with women. I don't go on dates because I don't know them and I don't know the quality of the conversation. And I am the kind of guy, I kid you not, if I sit down at dinner and I'm not enjoying the conversation, it's not going anywhere, I will put $200 on the table. I will say, hey, dinner is paid for. You seem super sweet, just not sweet for me. I hope you have a fantastic night. Do you need me to call you an Uber? Are you good? And I'm fucking out. I will literally leave. I don't fucking care. And this is why people think I'm a dick, but it's like I am just radically protective of my time and energy. And maybe it's because, you know, my girlfriend died in college. Like maybe it's because I burned up my entire 20s in a shitty toxic relationship. And maybe I feel like I have like time to make up, but I am just wildly sensitive of my time and who is in my presence and what I am consuming from other people. I don't care. You can go blast me on Facebook and tell all your friends I'm a piece of shit. I don't care. I have to protect my time. I think it drives people crazy that I am so happy on my own. I think it really rubs, especially women, the wrong way because I am just so happy alone. They can't fathom it because 99% of the world is so unhappy with themselves and their life and their money and where they live and the people they surround themselves with and the food that they eat, that it really drives them crazy that I have completely optimized my life to be 110% satisfied and fulfilled and happy by myself.
Do you think most women actually like men?
No, I'm glad that you mentioned that in the book. Another ugly truth that guys need to get through their head. Most women don't like you guys. They just don't. A majority of women do not like a majority of men. However, a majority of men absolutely like a majority of women. And that creates obviously an imbalance. And I would argue that, back to our discussion earlier with feminism, since most women naturally already don't like most men, with technology, women entering the workforce, education, all this other stuff, them being able to provide for themselves essentially in a modernized society where they don't need men, it makes it even worse for men because now they really don't like you and they don't have to deal with you. It used to be a woman would deal with a guy because she wanted to get married, have kids, or whatever. She needed him. So she would be willing to deal with a more average guy. Now they make their own money and everything else like that. Now they really don't need men. They never liked us that much anyway, right? And I want to be clear because some people might say, oh, Myron, what do you mean? I am being a bit hyperbolic, but what I'm saying is this. It's not that they necessarily hate you guys, but it's you guys are invisible to them.
I just walked out of the restaurant after waiting for 30 minutes and apparently I just been stood up. So I brought this girl flowers, I booked the restaurant, I booked in Nobu, I set a date and time with her and I just been stood up. I'm very frustrated, I'm extremely disappointed, but it happens, it is what it is. This is the risk you take when you go out on the dating world. So after this, I'm not going to be dating anymore. It is extremely frustrating and disappointing. Why is it so hard to date these days? Why is it so hard to find a decent person who values time and morals just the same way as I do? Why is it so hard to find someone kind, genuine, compassionate, feminine, and respectful? Why is it so hard to date these days? Like, I thought I've done everything as a gentleman, went and brought flowers for this girl, booked the dinner, I did everything the way I thought that a gentleman should be doing, and this is what happens.
You can get cut off in dating so fast nowadays, like texting every day, FaceTiming, hanging out for like 2 months, then one day they don't answer. Be like, hey, is everything all right? Like, can you stop texting me? I have a boyfriend. Thought I was your boyfriend. What am I, on Shutter Island? Did I ever actually exist? How could you have even talked to anyone more than me? You told me yesterday you didn't talk to anyone. That's all it is nowadays. Just smoke and mirrors, talking to a bunch of people till someone they just decide they like someone a little bit more than everyone else. No communication, no explanation. Then in 3 weeks, they get played by that person. They're texting you again. Like, hey, can we FaceTime later? It's like, oh, look who it is. I'm free at 8.
your age?
I'm 52.
How long was your last relationship, and why did it end?
My last relationship was from 21 to 23. It ended for a culmination of things. Violence.
On your side or hers?
On her side. When someone is trying to threaten your livelihood, your work, trying to put you in prison, false allegations, that's very serious. That's how far it went.
So what signs showed up in the beginning of the relationship that made your light bulb go off and you go, okay, this is getting a little bit out of hand? And how did it escalate at the end?
We had a trip planned, and I'm like, hey, baby, do you need anything? And she pulled up on me. At that point, I was like, why are you, I'm not doing anything else. But what it was the trauma from her past relationship. He cheated on her, and he did a lot of things to her. So she thought I was going to do that thing too.
But how exactly did she try to throw you in prison?
Saying that I had things in my house that wasn't in my house. Where I lived at, they called security, then security escalated it to law enforcement.
So law enforcement shows up. You know how it looks as a man. How do you even tackle a situation like that?
For one, she was outside of my door. I was on the inside, but she was banging, she was kicking and banging. She caused a disturbance. It escalated, the cops came, she was still outside, I'm inside, law enforcement came inside and asked me what happened. I filed charges against her, I got an order of protection against her. That was done. That was it.
Let's talk honestly for a moment. Dating as a man today isn't hard because men are lazy or broken. It's hard because the rules changed and no one told us what the nuance are. Dating as a man right now is expensive financially, emotionally, and psychologically. You're expected to lead, provide, protect, plan, pay. But you're discouraged from expecting anything back without being called controlling or insecure. Men are told to open up emotionally, then punished for it. We're told to be vulnerable until that vulnerability becomes unattractive. The modern dating market rewards surface-level traits. Status, income, confidence, appearance, character comes later, if it comes at all. A lot of men aren't opting out because they hate women. They're opting out because the risk-reward ratio doesn't make sense anymore. You can do everything right and still lose your time, your money, your peace, and your reputation. Men are disposable in dating. Women are protected by the narrative. Men are judged by outcomes. If a relationship fails, the assumption is usually, what did he do wrong? Very rarely was the situation unrealistic to begin with. This doesn't mean relationships are dead. It means the current system is broken, and until honesty replaces ideology, more men will quietly walk away.
I've seen multiple men that I can think of right off the top of my head who are highly successful, who are good looking, who are in shape, family guys who provided their wives with everything they could ever want, get cheated on, get completely backstabbed and betrayed. After being married for years, after having children with these women, literally built their entire life around this woman and given her everything that she's wanted, just for her to turn around and go and fuck their friends. Just for her to go and hook up with their kids' friends' parents. And everybody likes to jump on here, and all these women like to be like, oh, he must have did something to deserve it. Oh, really? With multiple different guys, they always had to have done something. Yeah, God forbid a woman just goes and does some trifling, evil shit. This is the reality in 2025. Women don't have loyalty. Women don't have morals. They're promiscuous. They're deceptive. They love to fucking lie. They love to betray a man that gives them everything. You guys need to fucking wake up. Divorce rate has never been higher. Men's suicide rate has never been higher. So what is this? This is an epidemic that nobody's talking about. And I'm tired of fucking seeing it pass by and nobody address it.
Here's the first uncomfortable truth. Men are still expected to perform like it's 1995, while women are encouraged to live like it's 2025. Men are expected to provide, protect, pay, lead, be emotionally available, but not weak, confident, but not arrogant, ambitious, but always available. Meanwhile, The expectations placed on women have been removed, not replaced. So men are running a traditional race with modern rules and modern penalties.
Hi. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How tall are you?
How tall am I?
Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
Well, how much money do you have?
What's your body count?
Well, what's your credit score?
What's your student loan debt?
Well, do you pay all the bills?
Do you cook and clean?
How big is it?
How wide is it?
Well, how many Instagram models do you follow on Instagram?
What's your Snapchat score?
How's your relationship with your mom?
How's your relationship with your dad?
You know what? I don't have to put up with this. This is supposed to be a first date. I don't need to be interrogated.
You interrogated me asking how tall am I?
I didn't start this. You started this.
You literally said how tall am I?
And
this
you're
isn't gonna work.
obviously lying on your profile about how tall you are. That's why I asked the question to begin with.
I'm 6 foot.
You're obviously 5'8".
Do you want to get a tape measure?
I will.
Well, bye.
Bye.
God.
Dating used to be cooperative, two people building something together, but today, it's competitive. Men are ranked, filtered, compared by height, income, status, lifestyle, social proof, and if you fall short, even temporarily, you're replaced. Not talked through, not worked with, but replaced. So men aren't afraid of commitment. They're afraid of unequal expectations, disposable relationships, being loved conditionally. Men aren't opting out of women. They're opting out of a system where the cost is high and the reward is uncertain. A system that asks one side to give everything while telling the other side to owe nothing eventually collapses. And that's where we are now. Another hard truth. Men are punished for vulnerability. We're told to open up, but when we do, it often becomes ammunition, disrespect, a loss of attraction. So men learn to stay quiet, not because they don't feel, but because they've learned it's unsafe. When a relationship fails, men lose more, financially, socially, emotionally. Men lose access to their children, their homes, their sense of purpose, and society doesn't ask what happened. It just says, do better next time. So men aren't afraid of commitment. They're afraid of unequal expectations, disposable relationships, being loved conditionally. Men aren't opting out of women. They're opting out of a system where the cost is high and the reward is uncertain. This isn't about blaming women. And it's not about hating relationships. It's about acknowledging reality. A system that asks one side to give everything, while telling the other side to owe nothing, eventually collapses. And that's where we are now.
Why do you think men care about a woman's body count?
Do you? People actually care about that shit?
Men in general.
If a man is fucking asking my body count, he can get fucked. Who gives a fuck? Oh my god, that's so stupid. People actually ask that shit?
Yes.
Okay, well then you're talking to the wrong man. If a man is ever asking about your body count, you're talking to the wrong man, and he can get fucked. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Get fucked.
So, can I ask you this then?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you think about the analogy? If one key can open many locks, it's known as a master key. As opposed to if you have a lock that can be opened by any key, it's a shitty lock.
I think that if a woman is an analogy to you, then you're not fucking ready to be talking to a woman, and you should probably get fucked. So, if a woman is the key to you, talk to your mom. Talk to your sister. Talk to your cousin. I don't know. Get a real fucking life. And get fucked. Thank you. And a woman is not a key. Thank you.
Let's look at this conversation that perfectly explains why more men are quietly stepping back from dating altogether. A woman saith her sexual history, her body count is nobody's business. She rejects the idea that it reflects character, judgment, or long-term compatibility. And when men bring it up, she frames it as insecurity, control, or misogyny. Men aren't asking these questions because they want control. They're asking because dating has become high risk with low transparency. Modern dating asks men to commit emotionally, invest financially, and take on long-term responsibility, while being told they're not allowed to ask questions that help them assess risk. When a man asks about past behavior, not only is he running a morality audit, he's trying to understand patterns, because past behavior, male or female, does correlate with future outcomes. That's not ideology, that's psychology. When that conversation immediately turns hostile, defensive, or dismissive, men take note. They think if asking honest questions makes me the villain, and silence is the only acceptable response, why even participate? So they don't. For most men, purity and clarity is a big deal. But then, modern dating has become a space where men are expected to accept risk without information. Standards are allowed in one direction only, and discomfort is reframed as oppression. At that point, opting out isn't bitterness, it's self-preservation. Men aren't angry. They're tired. They're tired of conversations where preferences are labeled as insecurity. Boundaries are called control, and honest questions are treated like personal attacks. So instead of fighting, they disengage. They focus on work, on peace, on solitude. Not because they hate women, but because the cost-benefit equation no longer makes sense.
Should he have any control over what you wear when you go out?
Oh, hell no. No.
Shit.
No.
If Shawty wears something a little too bit revealing, you heard me? I should have a bit say so just because, like, you were a reflection of me.
No.
If that makes sense.
No. Women can wear what they want to wear. I shouldn't have to talk to my husband about wearing what I should wear, you know?
You find like someone, but at the same time, also be respectable and respect your husband, you heard me?
If I want to wear a bralette, I can wear a bralette out. I shouldn't have to ask for his permission. I shouldn't ask for his permission.
No thing on, just titties out.
I'm not saying my titties out.
He's
saying if I wear a bralette and the underwear. That's what I'm saying. I know. A man,
that's cool.
A man should not be able.
A
man should not be able to tell a woman what she should and should not wear. It's 2023. If there are flying cars, that means men cannot tell women what they should wear.
Go back to 1993.
That's period.
Let's see
That's
what
on anything. You should not be able to tell me what I have to wear. That's not, no.
What about boundaries or respect?
We have boundaries.
No, we got plenty of boundaries.
I respect his opinion.
Let's talk about this clip that perfectly explains another reason why so many men are quietly checking out of modern dating. It's a debate about clothing. The woman says, "What I wear is my choice. My body, my rules." The man says, "Your outfit represents me too. We're a couple." And that's where everything breaks down. Because here's the truth. Men aren't confused by autonomy. Men aren't trying to control women. What men are reacting to is the refusal to acknowledge shared responsibility inside a relationship. A relationship isn't a single people doing whatever they want while demanding commitment benefits on the side. That's not partnership. That's convenience. When a man commits, he's accepting risk. Financial risk, social risk, and in this context, reputational risk. So when a woman insists on dressing provocatively while in a relationship and dismisses her partner's concerns with "my body, my choice," what she's really saying is your comfort doesn't matter, your boundaries don't matter, but your commitment still does. And men are done with that deal. Because boundaries go both ways. If a woman can say, "This is who I am, take it or leave it," a man can say, "This isn't what I want to build with," and walk. And that is discernment. Modern dating asks men to accept disrespect as empowerment. And the irony, these same women who say "my body, my choice" inside relationships are shocked when men respond with "my life, my choice," and choose peace instead. That's the quiet exit. Men are realizing that commitment without mutual respect is a losing game, and they're done playing it.
What's the most a guy should spend on a wedding ring?
I definitely want a huge rock, so I'm gonna guess that it probably costs about at least like $500,000. Does it cost that much? Like diamonds?
I would say maybe like, I don't really know, but I would at least hope somebody's spending like 30,000 to 50, right? Like, is that the amount for a ring? Like
give us no
30,000 to 50,000,
I'm just asking you what you think.
I think, I mean, I don't know, like 20 to, I think definitely in a 10,000 range, like 10, 30, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, something and above, like for sure, but not 10. I'd say like 30.
Okay, so 30,000 is the max he should spend on a ring.
The minimum. I mean, I don't know how much rings cost. So
I have no idea, but I'm definitely still going for it at $500K. I want a big ass rock, so I'm guessing it's gonna cost like a lot of money.
For him spending $500K, what does he get from you?
Hopefully I get to be the mother of the kids. I get to live a beautiful dream life, and he supports my career. And I support him.
For my ring, my cost, I say like 50,000. He definitely will have a loving wife, a loving mother of the kids, a supportive person overall, and uplift careers and everything. So
let's talk about something men are seeing more and more in modern dating. A woman is asked what kind of engagement ring she expects. She starts at $500,000. Then after admitting she doesn't really know how jewelry pricing works, she compromises $30,000 to $50,000 minimum. And when questioned why, she explains that in exchange for that ring, she'll offer emotional support, loyalty, motherhood, and commitment. In other words, pay first, love later. Now pause right there, because this moment perfectly captures what dating feels like for men today. What we're witnessing isn't romance, it's a negotiation. Marriage, once framed as a partnership, is now often presented like a luxury contract. Here's the unspoken deal. You prove your worth up front, financially. You take the risk, you make the investment, and then if everything goes right, you earn the relationship. But here's the part that men notice immediately. There's no equivalent conversation happening in reverse. No discussion of what skills she brings into a household, how she handles conflict, whether she understands sacrifice, whether she can build with a man instead of extracting from him. Just expectations and price tags. And let's be honest, most men don't reject marriage because they hate commitment. They reject it because the terms are unclear and the costs are permanent. When a man hears, spend tens of thousands just to prove you're serious, what he actually hears is, you're replaceable, but your money isn't. And once men feel like the relationship values their wallet more than their presence, they disengage, quietly, logically, without drama. This is why modern dating feels exhausting for men. Because affection has conditions, respect has prerequisites, and commitment comes with an invoice. And the more dating turns transactional, the more men stop playing altogether. Not because they're afraid of love, but because they're tired of paying retail for something that used to be mutual. And this is exactly why so many men are opting out.
It's just a sad reality of Colombia in general, guys. It's not just Medellin. It's going to be Medellin, Cartagena, most likely. San Andres is not like this at all. It's completely different vibe. And the sad truth is that these girls have just simply adapted to the amount of foreigners that are coming to Medellin, Colombia. Many years ago, there weren't so many people coming to those countries and then making vlogs, talking about their experience, showing what sort of dating results these guys are getting. Now we have loads of channels talking about this. People have Instagram. I mean, it's just all over social media like crazy. So everyone thinks, let's go to Colombia, we're gonna have the same experience. So what I'm saying is that these girls have simply adapted to the amount of foreigners that are coming through the city. So they're like, how can we use them? How can we get a dinner out of this guy? How can we just have fun, get paid? The sad thing about this, guys, is that a lot of foreigners are doing the same thing. They're coming here for that reason and that reason only. They're not coming here to actually date real women. They're paying for it. Everybody is basically paying for it, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it's not something that I stand for, okay? The whole point of you traveling to a different place is to find a girl that you actually like, or have a dating life in general that is better than what you had back home.
As we know, men are leaving the West because dating is broken. The passport bro movement. Men are traveling. Men are relocating. Men are looking elsewhere. But here's the thing. Leaving doesn't fix the problem. It just relocates it. Let's talk about places like Medellin in Colombia. Once upon a time, it was marketed as a hidden gem. Friendly culture, traditional women, lower cost of living, better dating options. And then social media got involved. Influencers started selling a fantasy. Come here and you'll be appreciated. Come here and you'll be desired. Come here and you'll finally feel like a man again. What they didn't tell you, a woman is a woman. Thousands of foreign men arrive, some to build relationships and some to consume experiences. Free dinners, free drinks, short-term validation, transactional companionship, and local women adapted. Not because they're evil, not because they're greedy, but because a woman is a woman. These women responded to incentives and the influence of social media feminism. And when a city becomes saturated with tourists willing to spend without commitment, dating stops being dating. It becomes a business model. Here's what dating as a man actually feels like, whether in the West or abroad. You're no longer evaluated for who you are. You're evaluated for what you provide immediately. Not character, consistency, leadership, but spending power and entertainment value. And when men sense that, something shuts down. Not anger, not bitterness, but withdrawal. What men want is really not rocket science. They want authentic desire. They want to know, if I remove the money, if I remove the lifestyle, if I remove the novelty, is there still interest? In many modern dating environments, the answer feels like no. And that's why so many men quietly opt out. Not because they hate women, but because the game no longer rewards sincerity. Dating as a man today feels like this. You're expected to lead, but not be respected. To provide, but not be valued. To commit, without assurance. So men don't rage. They don't argue. They don't protest. They leave the table. Sometimes physically, sometimes emotionally, sometimes permanently. And whether it's the West, Colombia, or anywhere else, if dating becomes transactional, men don't fight harder. They walk away quietly.
Did I tell you guys, none of you is safe? Women always prove me right. Listen to this and we'll go back to it.
I've been with the same man now for 21 years. 2 children together. And, you know, a happy enough life. But when we hit menopause, something happens. You know, we joke about man on pause. And that's kind of what it feels like, you know. Me, personally, I just feel like I'm done. And it also really baffles me. Why are we made to feel like lesser than if we're no longer feeling sexually viable? That I don't have the urge to want to procreate anymore. And I can't help but feel like you are made to feel like you're missing out or something's not right. Man, I am so over my husband right now. My everything, my gut, my heart, my head is saying, get out of the marriage. It just doesn't suit me anymore. But what do? Are we meant to keep battling on? Keep hanging in there? And I'm not saying it's my husband's fault. I'm saying I'm sure I am a lot to blame, but when you are denying every living cell in your body what it wants to do, what toll does that take? I try so hard. I try so hard with my husband, and he doesn't seem to even, not at the time anyway, so we end up in a really big fight. He doesn't seem to be able to understand where I'm coming from, or even just understand the feelings he's bringing out of me and just acknowledge it. He will just tell me I'm being crazy.
You poor thing. 21 years with the same man. You poor thing. It's like I wasted 21 years of my life with the same man. It's like they believe there is something better there. They believe that, you know what, I wasted 21 years with this guy. 21 years she wants to waste it down the drain, and they got 2 kids. And now who paying the price? The man. She doesn't want this relationship because her life dependent on her feeling. I told you guys, I've been saying it a million times, I'm not making this shit up. This shit is real. Those videos, guys, I'm stitching those videos for you to see that Dark Angel, whatever he's saying, he's not making things up. He's not making shit up. This is real. Now, and instead of her going to see a doctor for her hormone, to see what's happening on her menopause and why her hormone up and down, and instead, now she thinks in her mind, maybe because I've been married to him for 21 years, it's his fault I'm feeling this way. Maybe it's my kid's fault. Maybe it's the cat's fault, or the puppy I have in the house, or maybe it's my job. And instead of her saying, you know what, I should do something about it, she wants to waste 21 years of marriage down the drain. This is how and what's happening. And who's going to pay the price? The man. Her husband, the poor guy, he doesn't know what's happening. And when he said to her, you're crazy, this is the type of women, this is the type of manipulation when they blame you for your reaction to her disrespect. They can do whatever or say whatever they want, but when you react, they get angry and they get fed up. The minute you react, she blow up and she gets angry. Now it's his fault why she's feeling this way. It's his fault she's going through this. It's his fault, or maybe the cat, or maybe the job, or maybe the dog. It's always someone's fault that she's feeling this way because she wasted 21 years with the same man. She thinks that if I leave this man, maybe another man can fix me. And who's going to pay the price? That guy. Now this guy, the poor guy, he's going to pay the price. He's going to go through separation and divorce. He's going to lose his house. He's going to lose his kids. because she decided to walk away because her life depended on her feeling. This is what I'm telling you guys. None of you is safe motherfuckers. None of you. I'm not saying it. They saying it. Did you hear what she said? She believes she's like a 21 year with the same guy. It's like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. And women are polluted. No disrespect to the high value woman. There is no high value woman. There is very hard to find a high value woman. I said it once and I'll keep repeating. There is 1 or 2% of the high value woman. Your job as a wife to continue. Now you're going to leave this guy stranded. Now you're going to walk away from his life. Now you demolish his life. Now this guy, the poor guy, 21 years he spent it with you. Why a man doesn't say, you know what? I'm not feeling it, I'm walking away. Why only women doing this? Now you're going through menopause, they're going through like fucking midlife crisis, and she think, you know what? I wasted 21 years with this guy. Maybe if I meet someone else, maybe something can fix me. There is nobody on this planet can fix you. No one and nothing on this planet can fix you. The problem with you, you need to fix yourself before you destroy your marriage. And you coming up on social media trying to make a video. Now, what are you trying to inspire other women? You coming up and telling those women, what do you think? I should walk away and we shouldn't be there. Why is it the man's fault? He has to put up with your shit. Why is it the man's fault? Now you're going through hormone, you're going through menopause, and now he's going to lose his house. Maybe he bought for so many years. Now he's going to go through a fucking breakup. He's going to go to court for separation. You women, you don't know what you're saying. You women destroying so many men. That's what I'm telling you guys. Guys, be very careful. None of you is safe, motherfuckers. I will say it and repeat, none of you is safe. When you think you are safe, none of you is safe. Your woman, she's not yours. She will leave you at any time. She could wake up in the morning and say, you know what, today I'm not feeling it. I don't want this relationship. And this is what's happening. They wake it up and say, you know what, I don't want this relationship. And the poor guy is paying a price. You will pay a price for something you haven't purchased. This one here, for all the men, you will pay the price for something you haven't purchased. For your wife to say and do whatever she does, for her manipulation, now she's going to blame you. Now you will pay a price for something that she did, and now it's your fault. Women in accountability, guys, like water and oil, can never be mixed. Always remember, rule number 5, never get attached to any woman. Rule number 5, never ever get attached to any woman. She's not yours. She will never yours. It's only your turn. She will leave your dumb ass at any time.
Let me end this where a lot of men quietly wake up. This woman is openly questioning her marriage, not after abuse, not after betrayal, but during menopause. To be honest, it is quite scary. She says she feels different, disconnected and unfulfilled. And just like that, decades of shared history are placed on the table for renegotiation. This isn't about menopause itself or biology. This is about something deeper that men are finally noticing. Stability for the modern woman is no longer the promise. Men are raised to believe that commitment is cumulative, that sacrifice and showing up for his family year after year builds security. But what many men are seeing now is that commitment is conditional, and the condition is emotional alignment in the moment. 20 years of provision doesn't outweigh a season of dissatisfaction. A mortgage doesn't protect you from a mood shift. Children don't guarantee loyalty. History doesn't anchor anything anymore. And that's terrifying, not emotionally, but logically. Because when a man commits, he commits his money, his time, his body, his future earning years. He commits his entire life. He can't feel his way out without consequences. But what this video exposes is a reality many men are waking up to. A woman's internal state can override external reality. And when that happens, the man absorbs the fallout, financial loss, emotional displacement, legal vulnerability, and social isolation. This isn't rare. It's becoming normalized. Men are watching marriages dissolve not because something went wrong, but because the woman felt different. And here's the quiet conclusion men are reaching. If commitment no longer offers stability, if sacrifice doesn't earn security, if love can be revoked without breach, then opting out isn't bitterness, it's risk management. That's why men are pulling back. That's why they're not getting married any longer. That's why they're dating cautiously or not at all. That's why emotional detachment is rising. This menopause clip doesn't scare men because it's dramatic. It scares men because it's honest. It shows that the rules have changed, and no one told the men who are still playing by the old ones. So when women ask, where are all the men? Why are men walking away? This is why. Not loudly, not angrily, but quietly, carefully, and permanently. And that's what dating as a man really feels like. If you're a man who's felt this, you're not crazy. And the saddest part, this didn't have to happen. But until women bring back respect, loyalty, honesty, and peace into relationship and dating, more men will keep walking away. Not loudly, not dramatically, just permanently. If this video put words to something you've been feeling but couldn't explain, subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Keep it respectful. I'll see you in the next one.